When I first got booked, it was as a juvenile in the adult jail. It was actually my birthday. They were like, happy birthday, and they transferred me from juvenile hall into the adult jail, King County downtown. That was just a different experience, you know? It was like, man, you know, this is real.
So when we got the call, it was like a part of my heart was behind bars like my son was.
The first few hours and days after someone has been arrested can be very scary and incredibly confusing. However, there are ways as family members that you can show support and show up for your loved one who's been incarcerated.
Dominique Harris, married, my wife Shiloh. I have 2 kids, Harmony and Amaya. Got like 40 cousins last time I stopped counting. It just keeps growing, you know. Lots of love.
I'm Perry Harris, mother of Dominique Harris.
I'm Charles Harris, Dominique's father. This is the first time we really experienced, I think, depth of personally having someone incarcerated.
You don't know what's gonna happen. How are we gonna support him?
Yeah.
You have a million thoughts swirling in your head. How are we gonna do this? Do we need a lawyer? What is court gonna look like? We had no idea.
There's crucial pieces of information you can find from the jail inmate website, what they are being held and under investigation for, and then also whether or not they are in King County Jail in Seattle or whether or not they're in the jail in Kent.
Upon being booked in, it was like fingerprinted, pictures taken, any tattoos, pictures taken. Just that process could take 3 hours just for that. And then sitting in a cell with who know who, you know.
What they will also do is screen to make sure that the person's not feeling suicidal or going to be a harm to themselves. It is very important that your loved one has access to their medications. You can have your doctor directly send prescriptions to the jail. They'll be interviewed by a PR screener. PR stands for personal reconnaissance, who is interviewing what is contact information for that person in order for them to put it in a 3-page packet that goes to the court for their first appearance. The PR screener will likely contact you. That's a good way for you to advocate for their release, is when talking with that PR screener. As a family member, the first thing that you'll need to do is get down to the jail and make sure that there's money on their books so that they can call you. You can do it either online or you can go in person to the jail.
My name is Dominique Davis, AKA Coach Dom, from Community Passageways. I'm the CEO and founder. And one of the main things that we do is help people that are arrested and are incarcerated. Anybody could do this process. A girlfriend, a friend, a brother, a homie, because the word family in our community means this is the person that has been there with me, by my side, and for me. Doesn't have to be no blood.
When I finally would get in contact with someone like, hey, put some money on my phone so I can call, it was necessary. I'm really social, so I want to talk to people, and especially my family. The little time I do get to have, that, you know, 2-minute, 5-minute phone call, you know, is everything. Just to hear something else, you know, it kind of brings you back to that reality instead of the one that you're in temporarily.
It is going to be tempting to want to talk to them at length about what happened in their case over the phone. All of those phone calls are all recorded, so any information that gets shared over the phone can be used against your loved one.
As a parent, you have no idea what's going on. And I remember the first time that we had went, it was chaos. I'm like, what is happening in this place? Do we get to talk to him? Do we know what's going on? Who's his attorney?
One of the things I think frustrates family members the most is wanting to get information from the public defender. However, in order for the public defender to share any information about the case, they have to have permission from your loved one who is incarcerated. So your loved one can either give that permission orally over the phone, or they have to sign what's called a release of information. So first appearance is the first court hearing that happens usually within 24 hours of when someone has been booked into jail. So there's two things that the court is determining at first appearance. One, is there probable cause that a crime has been committed? And two, whether or not the court is going to release that person or hold them in jail. And what they're also looking at is what ties to the community does this person have to ensure that this person is going to come back to court.
I feel court appearances are important to just show that support and love.
And I think it showed the judge that he has a loving family that's here to support him no matter what.
Having family there is helpful with my court dates, and for the judge to see that it's not just me on the streets, just doing my own thing, that I have, a support system.
So many people through the legal system come in there by themselves. But when you see 6, 8, 10, 12 people come in there, they see a person has a support system. I've had judges and prosecutors say it makes a huge difference for us.
If a person is coming into the first appearance calendar and they don't have any support, it's easier for the court to rely solely on what the police officers have written in their report. But when you have family members or community come and show up to support this person, the court now knows, oh, this person has people who care about them, and this person is more than just what's on this paper.
Most people don't even think that they have any leverage or any power in the courtroom at all. Community has way more power in the system than they know they do.
You don't have nothing while you're in there, but these four walls, and your mind is thinking about the outs, and you want to have that family.
For more information, visit kingcounty.gov/DEPTS/public-defense.